Hello, Professor. So this is my final demo for the project. So this is just the prod link, and yeah. So the game I did was Sudoku for the arcade project, and I enjoyed this project a lot because I just like enjoyed figuring out the Sudoku part and then learning a lot from the sequel, like learning a lot from all the different technologies that we used. As soon as someone logs on, like the first thing they see is the Sudoku page. That's where I take them because I just wanted to, like they can play the game without having to log in general. So like you can like play the game here, you can obviously attempt it, whatever, and then if you can check, obviously right now it's an incorrect board because as soon as we go to three, and like there's a two here, and obviously it's not filled out, but so I have a couple of buttons here. So the show solve board will just solve the board for you. And the reason it's saying login to save score is every time you click this button, it says right here, this button will solve the board for you and you lose 2 points. So every time you look at it, you lose two points. But that's if you're logged in. If you're not logged in, nothing happens. So, you can, play with it. And yeah, and then you can check if it's correct. So if you have and you can't spam this because if you were to be logged in, this would actually give you points. So this new game stuff is just like, if you're not logged in, you can still have fun with the game, play it. But and the way Sudoku works is you can have you have numbers 1 through 9, and you have to fill them out in each row and then in each column. So, for example, in this row, I can only have 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4 in that sense. And there's only 9 columns, so all numbers from 1 through 9 should be in this column horizontally, and then and this row, and then in column should have numbers from 1 through 9. And then also in each box, you should have numbers from 1 through 9. So in each individual box, there should be all the numbers from 1 through 9. So like one strategy you would do is like, for example, if you were to solve this, so like I see this box has a lot of numbers. So I can see 1 is already here. We need a 2 in this box. So, we need a 2. So where could a 2 go? So you see this 2 right here. So this 2 means a 2 can't go in this column because it already has a 2 here. So that means just by process of elimination, a 2 has to go here. And when we put a 2 there, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The only number missing in this box is 5. So we put it. So, and then if you were to press solve board, it would show us. So you have 5 here and a 2 here. So in that kind of logical thinking, you would try to solve the Sudoku board. So basically, every time you log on, it takes you to this game, and then you can either log on if you've already registered. And for this case, I'll just make a new account. Just for the final. So final video test. Then we can just fill out the password, and then it will successfully put us in the database. So successfully registered, and then if we check out in our users column, here final video test. As you can see, I made another video previously, but it was a fail. I found a bug in there, so I fixed that bug, and then so you can see the username video test. So basically, every time you create a new user, you get a default number of 10 points. That's the default, and your visibility, like your profile visibility, will be public. And then the ID is based on the number you're in. So you will get everybody has a default of 10 points in the beginning. So now if we were to log in with this, what was it, video test, DEOTEST, and the password should be the same. I keep all my passwords the same for this login. I keep the same passwords for this game, not in general. Don't hack me. But yeah, so video test, this is the one we just made. And then if we go, this is the homepage. We can come back to this. But if you go to the game, we can see we have 10 points. So we have 10 points, and then we also have scores. So the score will be the amount of boards you've solved. So like, for example, if I press this right now, see if correct, in the database, it's gonna save this entry, and then also show if I've saved it. So when I press this, see if correct, okay, the board's not filled. And then if I go to score history, the last entry should be, the last entry should be based on this scores. Wait, oh, it hasn't refreshed. Oh, it's because the limit 100. Sorry, my bad. If I was just confused because the user ID is not 10. The user ID is something else. Okay, yeah, sorry, it makes sense. So zero, zero meaning the board, a board is not solved. I thought there was a bug. I got scared there. So yeah, the user ID is 39. That's the user we just created, and then we got a zero here because the board is not. We got an incorrect board. So if we were to do it again, we would get another zero. Board not filled. So the attempt is recorded. But then if we were to, actually solve the board, first of all, if we press this, first of all, we lose 2 points. That's the downside. So you can't just spam, solve board and increase your points. And when you click this, you do get points back, but you get 1 point. So you can't you can't finesse the system in that sense. You can't just, it's an overall loss for you. So yeah, we get one board, and then if you were to run this again, so yeah, you see the board is solved here. So the way we track points in this is if you solve the board, you get 1 point. If you didn't, you get 0 point. Like it is, you don't. So that's basically the game. Yeah, so you lose 2 points when you generate a board, and then you get a point when you solve a board, and you also get a point. You also you get 1+ for the score. And yeah, so we can go back to the homepage. So that was the Sudoku part. So the homepage, this is the weekly. So since I don't have too many players, this is showing the top 10 players. So since weekly, these are only 3 video tests. We just played, we got a point, and this is our score. So if we click on this, it should take us to our profile. And this is not our personal profile to edit, but what others can view of us. So when it was created, modified, stuff like that. And then, for example, if I know Bob, I messed around with him, I made him private. So this is the message it'll get. This profile is private. Yeah. So this is basically all the players' lifetime and then the months. So this will change every month. It moves the category, So every month it changes. So and then you can click on any player you want. So basically this is it. And yeah. Oh yeah, we can actually make it to the top 10 lifetime. So for example, if we were to get another point, now if we go back home, we should be on the top lifetime because we have 2 points. Okay, we made it. So that's good, it works. And then also as required, we have a link here to, once we log in, go to the homepage, we can go to the Play Sudoku and go from there too. So that was the homepage. This is the profile page. So this is where you can edit your stuff. So your password, you can change the password here. If you see your current password, new password and stuff like that, so change that. You can change the username. So if you were to do, video test, I don't know, changed. And then also, change the visibility to private. So profile visibility and update this, it will update it. So if we were to go into users, it would change our thing here. So if we were to update it, so users detail updated success. So if you were to run it back, right here. So video test changed, and also it's private now. So now if we were to go back to our home page and click on video test changed, this is a private profile, so it's no good. So yeah, so you can change that, and then the toggle's private now because it checks what we are. And then changes only if I do this, it doesn't change anything. I have to press the update profile. And yeah, so this is also the scores. All my scores will be shown here with the pagination here. So I mean, as of now, there's only 4, so it's not going to do much. But if I was to actually, yeah, if I can just generate a bunch of scores right now. So if I was to just spam see if correct, and it's wrong, right? So yeah, and then these flash messages, they decrease. I have a timer set for that. So I'm not sure how many boards we did so far, but if it's more than 10, then it should be enough to show the pagination works. So I'll go to the profile. So attempted. So yeah, basically shows the pagination. That's basically it. Solved correctly. I'm not sure why it does. Wait. So right now, currently I'm on page number 2. So there seems to be a bug here. It shouldn't be too bad to fix in my profile page. Here. So where is it? If I the way I generate this is based on the so as soon as this loads, this is where it's gonna load in the right here, the ordered list, and then inside the ordered list we run this function right here. First, no, not the switch, sorry, get score, and we get the score of the row. What is the row? The row is basically like the starting part, so that is defined up here. It's basically the starting row we want to start at. So where is it? Row is equal to page. So it tells us like the beginning limit for the thing, and the results per page is like 10 an example. So we want 10 results per page. So and then if we were to go to this function, get scores. Okay, right here, get scores. Okay, so it gets the API of this API, and basically echoes a response. Oh, so we should be able to see the response in the console. Oh, right here. Okay. So you can see this right here. So yeah, correct is 0. I don't know why it's showing as. So here it says solved the board solved correctly. So I'm not sure why it does that. It should not be doing that. Okay, so I get the response and it successfully logs it, okay, parse it, and then show score, okay. So where show scores, okay. So we send it the scores, which is right here, this JSON. And then basically, so for each score, we make a div element, okay. So if the dot correct, CO. Oh, I think I'll just do double equals because I think it's because of the string format. Okay, I think that makes sense. So the bug I had is everything here board solved correctly. It's showing correctly, but even though it should not be correct because it's 0. But the reason is because of I think the triple equal to sign. So where is it? Right here. I did triple equal to signs because this is a string. Like this is an integer data type and this is a string data type. So if I was to do triple equal signs, I would need to do an integer, or I can just do double equal to signs. So then if I was to run this locally instead of so if I was to stop server and serve the project, I'll have to push these changes after. So sorry for the inconvenience, Professor. Please don't take points off. I have recorded this video many, many times. But wait, what was it? Video test? Oh God, I forgot what it was. Okay, this one. And then the password. So if I do this, so this is on my local. I'll push these changes after I'm done with the video. So if I was to go to profile, okay, so here, so board not solved, and then board correctly, and then if we go next, correctly solved, board not solved. Okay, yeah. So sorry for that bug, Professor. But yeah, I'll push these changes after. But yeah, then we can just move on to the presentation, the rest of it. So this is the rest of it. Hopefully no other bug like that. But yeah, basically just change that little equal to sign, makes a huge difference. Yeah. So this also has a pagination. You can keep going to the next page. And then if someone tries to go, a crazy page. So we only have 2 pages for this. So we go 20. It will automatically change the page. Oh wait, sorry, I pressed the wrong button. I meant to press enter. 2. Okay, so it automatically goes back to 2. So if I do even like -2, if it's smaller than that, it'll go to the small number. So 1, yeah. So that way no one can, I don't know, try to do some fishy stuff. But yeah, that's basically the profile page. Now everything to do with competition. So we can make competition. So, what is it? Video test, just, basic 1, 1, 3, 0. And then we can change this based on the value and then create the competition. So yeah, successfully created. And then if we were to go into competition, participants, first of all, our ID number 39, it is in here, and the competition ID. So we are in the competition, and then video test, okay, and we have all the details for the competition. So it successfully works. Yeah. So we've made the competition. So now we can join competitions. So we just this is using a different version of pagination. So over there I had the arrows. I just wanted to try different methods. So this will just however many pages I have a for loop at the bottom of it. So if I go to it, I can show you. I just have a for loop, and then it just echoes out the button with a page number. So where is it? Join competitions. So I active competitions. So at the end of it, I just have a for loop, and it just has a button type, and it just takes you to that. So if I was to do next, so these are all the next competitions, and basically, yes, if your score is too low, can't do anything. But all of these ones I can join. So if I join this one, okay, I'm in it. Now I've joined it. Join it. I don't have too many coins, so I don't wanna. I mean, I can do these ones. I think I have enough. Okay, yeah. So I can join all these. Yeah. So this is a different version of pagination. Instead of the arrows, I have the page numbers. So if I was to have another page of competitions, it would basically make it 3 buttons, and then 4 buttons, and 5, and so on. Yeah. So, and then also have these hyperlinks to each competition. So if you click on it, it tells you the order, the top 10 leaderboard as listed in the milestone for the player. So this is the ranking for the players in this competition. I don't know, is this one? Yeah, there's not a lot of, I get time to make a lot of players. But once I go to a different user, I can show you the top 10, because there's only 2 users here, but the limit is 10. So it tells you the top 10 scores for that competition. This tells you the competition data, the competition leaderboards. So that's joining a competition. And then my competition history, these are all the competitions I've been in. So, here I use the same pagination as in the profile, the regular button stuff. What I can do is I can go to my main profile, Bob. And here I can show you the different things that I was trying to show. So when I make not make competition. I don't think it's going to show in join competition. It's the same, I'm already in all these. But when I go to my competition history, that's where you'll see the difference. So yeah, these are all the competitions I missed. So here you see there's 6 participants as the most. But going here, it goes from the most to least. It's basically the leaderboard, and it does that for each competition, and then the pagination. So this is the leaderboard, and then so you can click on the leaderboard. It shows you the users, and then you can click on the users. So that one. This was a video test. We just made that, and then this one should be private too. But if you go to a different competition, this one, Bob's private, so I don't know, a different one. We go to this one. Okay, yeah. So this user is not private. We can see his user. So it all works in like liquid charm. Everything works together. So that's basically the thing. And then I logged onto the Bob profile because he has admin users. Before we didn't have these admin roles. I don't really use these. I just have these because the professor had it. So you can make a role, and then here you can you have the list of roles. So I mean you can I can just you show the demo, but I have never used them. The only thing I used is the assign. I just before I made I have 2 admins, and then I also have the change of competition. This is the main thing. So here I can change a lot of things about the competition. These are all the competitions that are not paid out yet. I can change them. So for example, I have this one. I can change everything about it. So I can change change it, the minimum score XYZ, the expired. If I want to change it, I can make a date type. So I was trying to make the SQL has a date a timestamp data type. I was trying to make it to work so I can get the time too, but I think that this was the best I could do. The input type where there's a date type, so it automatically defaults to 00. So then the time is not as relevant, but it was the best I could do. But yeah, so everything's changed about it, and yeah. So also there was an bug that I had in the previous video. I was making a video before, but I couldn't show it to you because I was trying to fix this bug. And the reason I just went along with this video with the profile bug is it was getting way too much. Hopefully you can forgive me for that. So yeah, so this is the 5th. If I change this to 7th, so we already have a 7th competition. If I update this, it should say, okay, we already have that competition name. So that's why it doesn't let you. But if I do 5th competition and just just change join cost to 0, this should work perfectly fine. Yeah, so join. So then anybody that tries to join this, it will have a 0 0 join cost. But yeah, this is basically it. I didn't add pagination to this because it wasn't required, and I was running out of time. But it's not too hard. I could, if I want to, I can add pagination later on if need be. And I definitely look forward to working on this. Even after this is done, I would want to make this better, and want people to use this because I enjoyed working on it, and it would be nice to see that if people enjoyed working on it. But I think that was basically it. I don't know what else I can show. That was every single page from my game. So thank you a lot, Professor. I really enjoyed it. I learned a lot, and thank you so much. And yeah, bye, Mr. Togo.